What's up, Jeremy Steven here? Welcome back to yet another reaction. Today we're hopping into House episode number 5 of season number 1 called Damned If You Do. Because of everything that's happening in the world, my brother and I will not be recording House together. We just don't have enough time to get together to record the show, so I'll be doing House going forward by myself. And we'll see how you guys like it. If you guys are into it, then I keep doing it. If you guys are not, then we will kind of put it by the wayside and figure out something else to do, or wait till I finish other shows. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. So if you guys were enjoying the banter between me and my brother, we just looked at it and we didn't really see that we were adding anything to the conversations really the way we do with Lucifer and Heroes. So yeah, we're gonna hop in here. Last episode was maternity, which was the most like holy shit, babies are dying, what the hell kind of episode. A really fucked up episode. I mean, a trial to figure out which baby lives and dies. I mean, all that stuff is crazy. But as always, like, comment, subscribe, Patreon for the full reaction, and let's hop in here and have a good time. Pretty much, here we go.
You have a patient in exam 1.
Yeah, but see, I'm off at 12 and it's already 5 off.
She's been waiting for you since 11.
All right, so what is it? Wait, nuns?
Take one every 8 hours. It might make you feel a little sleepy. And get some of that over-the-counter cortisone cream.
Thank you, it's on it. Doctor, something's wrong.
Oh, shit. Nope. You were wrong. Jesus, that's a hardcore allergic
Sister,
reaction.
you're having an asthma attack. I need you to relax. Roll up your sleeve, please. Give you epinephrine. Open your... Not this fast.
You're about to have a heart attack.
Get a nurse, please. Call a code and charge up the defibrillator.
Holy shit, is she about to die?
cc epinephrine.
She must have a pre-existing heart condition that got exacerbated by the epinephrine.
It's too bad you didn't make a notation in the chart.
I can make it up right now.
The drawer has syringes with both dosages. You could have easily reached for the wrong.
But I did.
Everyone makes mistakes. This is why doctors pay through the nose for malpractice insurance.
Listen, Dr. Foreman, I haven't seen television in over 20 years.
Do you consider it the work of the devil, or do you just not get cable where you live?
Oh, Chase had
how you
problems
feel?
with the nuns.
If House did make a mistake, he'll be upset and our lives will be miserable for months.
There is that.
If Cuddy thinks I made a mistake, oh, lesson time.
You were reckless. They
I
think.
recognize that confidence is not my short suit. I also recognize that I am human and capable of error.
So you might have screwed this up?
No.
Somebody just a Santa, really? Okay, how are you gonna handle this? What's his name? Gregory? What is it?
Cojaritis?
Cigarettes. One twice a day. No more, no less. Merry Christmas.
He has to smoke
I was talking to
cigarettes?
the
That
nurse.
sucks.
Arsenio, do you know him?
There's no vascular pathology, which means no Church-Strauss.
Which means House made a mistake.
No, not necessarily. It could be something else. Thyrotoxicosis or a carcinoid.
I don't get you. You don't believe in God, but you're willing to put complete faith in one man?
It's Jesus. It's
What
Jesus.
the hell?
He's coming for me. He's burning me with his stuff.
What the hell?
5, 4, 3, 2. So there I was in the clinic, drunk. I open the drawer, close my eyes, take the first syringe I can find. So redraw the blood.
But the treatment is corticosteroids, prednisone, and we can't go there because of the encephalitis.
And we'll treat it with something that modulates the immune system but doesn't suppress it. Boy, that you think I should be less stubborn than you are.
You are aware of the Hippocratic Oath, right?
One that starts first, do no harm, then goes on to tell us no abortions, no seductions, and definitely no cutting of those who labor beneath the stone.
Shit, you're not gonna rat him out. Like, not rat him out, but
The pressure will force the oxygen into
he's
your system,
dangerous.
saturate your blood. It will enhance white cell activity, reduce the inflammation.
And believes in things that aren't real.
I
Do
thought
I?
that was a job requirement for you people.
She's been known to lie. To get sympathy. She's a hypochondriac.
and you
So,
put her,
warning
let her be a
that I'll
nun.
treating a non-existent ailment. So we got pride, anger, envy, gluttony. And it's 4 out of 7 deadly sins in under 2 minutes. Do people why is she still having a rapid heart rate?
Maybe from the herpetic encephalitis caused by you giving her
Her
prednisone.
reaction is a symptom, not an error. Fits all the facts. Look,
I wonder if he'll
We
ever
obviously
actually
have a
screw up.
difference of opinion, and that's fine.
Man, maybe he
I'm
does.
banging my head against the wall.
I'm gonna do you the biggest favor one doctor can do for another. I am gonna stop you from killing your patient. You're off the case.
Oh, you don't want to do that because that's just gonna piss him off. And he knows Foreman is the one that ratted him out. I wonder if he'll like fire Foreman or like punish him somehow.
Order a non-steroidal
When we
anti-inflammatory.
were looking at the differential diagnosis with Dr. House, we were considering.
I don't need to hear what Dr. House was considering. All of this woman's symptoms can be traced to Dr. House's considerations.
The scope.
So I shouldn't read too much into the fact that you were looking for it in the drawer with the epinephrine syringes in it?
Okay. Yeah. You know why they had ribbons for breast cancer, colorectal cancer, prostate cancer, and not for lung cancer?
They ran out of colors?
It's because people blame lung cancer patients.
You're such
What do
an
you know about
ass.
the nun?
Which one?
The cute one. I think she likes me. The sick one, obviously.
Her parents died when she was a child, and she's been with the church ever since.
Whatever. You know nuns. What do you think?
I don't know nuns.
You hate nuns. You can't hate someone if you don't know them.
Know any Nazis? Maybe I hate them on principle.
I have a theory about what makes good boys good. Did you paint or put in new carpets recently?
No.
Anyway, she could have got access to drugs.
Well, we lock all our medications in the infirmary, and we don't keep prescription drugs here. Why haven't you asked Sister Augustine about these things? Becoming a nun doesn't make you a saint.
Becoming a doctor doesn't make you a healer.
And just because we live...
Do all of you lie?
Oh
It's good
shit.
strategy. It's simpler when you all tell the same lie.
Wow.
Now, maybe it's the sacred skunk of Joseph. As far as I know, Catholic foster care and monasteries do not keep tattoo parlors in their refectories.
We consider that our life begins when we put on our habits.
This tea is delicious. Local herbs?
Any change with the medication?
Yes, she's getting worse. Lung function's deteriorating, BUN and creatinine continuing to rise. She's starting to run a fever and the rash is spreading. At this rate, she's not gonna make Christmas.
Maybe House was right. Maybe there is an underlying condition that explains the symptoms.
Specifically?
I'm just saying.
You're just
that
saying you think House is right.
I might be right.
Of course he might be right. It might be the hand of God at work. Don't say it's something else unless you've got something concrete to offer.
I'm gonna do you the biggest favor one doctor can do another. I'm gonna stop you from killing your patient. It's figwort tea. Great for that little pick-me-up we're all looking for in the morning. Opens the lung, she throws
He's
out
wrong,
your
though.
whopping, I'm gonna kick
It's always-
your ass out.
he always thinks he has it, and then it's
Compromising her
wrong.
immune system, diminishing her ability to heal and breaking down her organ systems. So, what's the source?
Give her system a rest.
Get her in a clean room.
Okay, we'll gradually introduce allergens to see how she responds. When she reacts to something, we'll know that's what's killing her.
There you go. No television, no books.
I was in seminary school. They asked us once what our favorite passage was. I chose 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 7. These trials only test your faith to see whether or not it is strong and pure. The only thing in the way of you knowing he's there is your fear. You have a choice, faith or fear. That's the test.
Choosing faith doesn't mean I won't die.
But it will affect how you experience your death.
Need some help in here?
Coding again? What the fuck? Yeah, I knew that it was gonna be the.
Got the intubate.
I got it. Get the ambulance.
You do realize, if you're wrong about the big picture, that is, you're going to burn, right?
I can accept that.
Does anybody believe anything you say? You're not accepting.
Of love. He's always with me.
Where's the miracle in delivering a crack-addicted baby?
Are you trying to talk me out of my faith?
You can have all the faith you want in spirits and the afterlife and heaven and hell. But when it comes to this,
She wasn't wearing her rose, whatever the hell.
look everywhere for an allergen that could be causing this reaction except one place, inside her.
On her medical history, she didn't mention any surgery.
She had one.
What if she refuses?
Tell her I'm looking for a miracle.
It's from the
No
baby thing.
piercings.
What is that?
Don't know.
Lock on it. Get a 3D representation.
Oh my god.
Allergic to copper.
Rare, but it happens.
Wouldn't she know she had an IUD? Just remove the IUD. Then the symptoms should subside.
I got this IUD when I was 15.
Symptoms came from ingesting food prepared in it.
Dr. House found his miracle.
I doubt he'll interpret it that way.
God, you must be fun at parties.
I think we both know the flaw in that theory.
How's the sister?
Heart rate is normal, kidneys functioning. You know how it is with nuns. You take out their IUDs, they just bounce right back.
Great.
Told you I didn't screw up.
You screwed up.
I gave her 0.1 cc of epinephrine.
Yeah, and if Cuddy hadn't taken you off the case, you would have killed her. Maybe I'll come to your place.
Your wife doesn't mind being alone at Christmas.
I'm a doctor. She's used to being alone.
What's going on there?
I don't want to talk about it.
Neither do I.
That was episode number 5. Pretty solid episode. I'd probably give it like a 7. So it's another one where the mystery was interesting, but not as interesting as it could have been. It was already, it was the Christmas episode, so they tried to go, religious and spiritual and stuff. So that makes sense. House, man, he's an asshole, dude. He comes out, he's an asshole, but he's almost always right. It's so interesting to see. I love that he gave Cameron a gift back, like a gift. That's awesome. Very interesting. She gave one to him. When he gave it to her, he was being a dick to her, but he gave her a gift. I also thought it was interesting and intriguing that Foreman screwed House over by ratting him out. And even though Cameron was right, since Cameron didn't stick to her guns and fight for what she believed in, he praised Foreman for having the courage to screw him over. We got to learn about Chase a bit more. I got to see that Chase comes from a religious background. His reasoning for leaving the church essentially was, he said, that test that you had, you passed, I failed. So essentially what that means. Other than that, the Cuddy boss lady, he was wrong, I guess. But then again, like Wilson said, if she never took House off of it, House would have never looked for other solutions and other ways to figure out what actually was wrong. And Wilson's having marital problems, which again are also very interesting. But let's start the episode. We start off with no clinic. Oh, we had the Santa, I guess, which is crazy, the whole cigarette thing. That's kind of a fucked up thing for House to do. So we start off the episode with essentially these nuns. Well, House was trying to avoid this. He goes in, he sees this nun, she has a rash, he gives her a shot or whatever, or a pill, and she has an allergic reaction to the pill, or it seems that way. She goes into cardiac arrest, essentially. She has like a panic attack or something, or a heart attack. Cuddy then starts to say that House gave her the wrong dose. He doesn't agree with that. It becomes this kind of running thing throughout the episode where you gave her the wrong dose, just admit it. He won't admit it. We then have all the other, like Foreman, Cameron, and Chase all kind of also believing him, but some having doubts with him. They really went hardcore with the religious stuff with she hasn't had a TV in forever and how to use remotes and then camera phones, and Chase really hated having to deal with them for a lot of the episode where he because he doesn't believe anymore. And then Cameron also believes in a higher power, so she's not an atheist. She believes there's a higher power, but then we deal with the Santa Claus here who has gastro something, and House tells him to smoke cigarettes, which is fucked up. We have a conversation here with the lady. There's something about smells, and she sees God, she sees Jesus. That was all a weird scenario. Not exactly sure what in why the allergic reaction would make her see the things she sees or smell the things she smelled. he's going against what Foreman thinks. Foreman thinks that House is wrong. So like I said, he rats him out because House is going to do this hyperbolic chamber thing. He does this thing with this nun who essentially says that the one-legged girl that lies all the time. At one point, he says that the nun is lusting over him, which is something. House or Cuddy, what's her name? Right? I keep saying Cuddy. Is it Cuddy? Cuddy, yes. Cuddy essentially takes House off the case because of Foreman, and then they try to figure it out. They start giving her things. House starts to have small doubts. Maybe he gave her the wrong dose. Wilson kind of calls him out on it. He's doing all the research. We have a moment here with Chase. Chase message or House messages Chase, call mom. Chase's mother passed away. You know, House is a dick. He's like, what do you know about her? So essentially we have to go see her boss. We get to know her boss. We have the thing with the tea. The tea that she was drinking essentially explains why the shot the House gave her, or the pill the House gave her, I can't remember if it was I think it was a shot, is made her kind of go into or like have like an attack. It doesn't explain the rash. Then after this, it becomes the whole thing with the rash. House was, you know, he was right, whatever. We have this moment here where she wants the other nuns to help pray with her. She's having essentially doubts and she doesn't want to die. She has this fear. I love this conversation here with Chase where she's essentially saying, or he's saying, when he tells her about like your faith is essentially the test you pass. I didn't. Your faith will make how you live out your fear, or how you live out the final moments of your death or whatever, versus fear. You have another attack. This is the moment where essentially Cameron gives Chase a gift. The nun wants to leave. House goes to convince her to stay. Oh yeah, then maybe she has God inside of her. House going with like, let's x-ray her whole body, find the copper thing which she was allergic to from when she had her abortion. And yeah, then we have this moment here where Cuddy says, you know, Merry Christmas, and Wilson talks about hanging out. He didn't want to go home by himself, and he didn't want to go home at all when House wasn't going to go. So he goes and hangs out with House and eats Chinese food. And then we find out that Cameron got a gift from House and Chase went to church. And that's the episode. So, like I said, a solid 7. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, Patreon for the full reaction, uncut episodes, all that good stuff. Pretty much I'm going to get out of here, and I'll talk to you guys later.